Most battles in life are never seen. They don't happen with fists or weapons. They happen in conversations, in silence, in the space between reaction and control. Every day, people lose power without realizing it. They react too quickly. They speak too much. They trust too easily. And slowly, the world begins to shape them instead of the other way around. But centuries ago, Niccolò Machiavelli understood something most still ignore. Power is not about force. It's about psychological control. The greatest rulers were not the loudest or the kindest. They were the most disciplined in mind. Here's the question you must answer before we begin. Do you control your thoughts, or do circumstances control them for you? Because if your emotions dictate your actions, you are predictable. And if you are predictable, you are controllable. In this video, you'll learn 5 Machiavellian rules that will make your mind untouchable, calm under pressure, unreadable in conflict, and unshaken by chaos. Rule number 1, control perception before it controls you. Before you ever speak, you are judged. Before you prove yourself, you are measured. And in most situations, perception becomes reality long before truth has a chance to explain itself. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. In his book, The Prince, he wrote that people judge more by what they see than by what they understand. Appearance, he argued, is not deception, it is strategy. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You may be intelligent, capable, even powerful, but if you appear uncertain, emotional, or defensive, the world will treat you accordingly. Power begins in how you are perceived. Your posture communicates authority or insecurity. Your tone signals confidence or doubt. Your silence can project control or weakness. The mentally untouchable individual never leaves perception to chance. They move deliberately. They speak with precision. They reveal only what strengthens their position. And here's the shift most people never make. Stop trying to be understood. Start deciding how you will be seen. When you over-explain, you surrender authority. When you react emotionally, you lose control of the narrative. But when you remain composed, especially under pressure, something powerful happens. People hesitate before challenging you. They question their assumptions. They feel your control. Ask yourself this. When you walk into a room, do you carry presence or do you seek approval? Because in the invisible war of perception, the one who controls the image controls the outcome. Rule number 2, detach emotion from decision. Emotion is powerful, but in moments of conflict, emotion is also predictable. And what is predictable is controllable. Machiavelli observed that rulers who acted from impulse, anger, pride, wounded ego, often destroyed themselves faster than any enemy could. Not because they lacked strength, but because they lacked discipline. Here's the truth most people avoid. The moment someone can provoke you, they can steer you. An insult, a betrayal, a subtle act of disrespect. If your reaction is immediate, visible, and emotional, you surrendered leverage. The mentally untouchable individual feels everything, but reveals little. Detachment does not mean apathy. It means control. Imagine 2 people criticize publicly. The first reacts instantly, defending, arguing, raising their voice. The room shifts. Attention moves to their instability. The second listens calmly. No visible irritation. No urgency to respond. A measured reply, or perhaps no reply at all. Who holds power in that moment? Emotional restraint creates psychological gravity. It forces others to question their move. It makes you difficult to read, and therefore difficult to manipulate. Ask yourself this: do you respond or do you react? Reaction is automatic. Response is strategic. When you detach emotion from decision, you remove the strings others try to pull. And once no one can pull your emotional strings, you become mentally untouchable. Rule number 3, anticipate betrayal, prepare strategically. Most people are shocked by betrayal. The mentally untouchable are not. Machiavelli warned leaders never to rely entirely on loyalty, because loyalty often shifts with advantage. People are faithful when it benefits them, and distant when it doesn't. This isn't cynicism, it's clarity. If you assume everyone will always act in your favor, You build your life on fragile ground. But if you understand that interests change, incentives shift, and pressure reveals character, you begin to prepare instead of panic. Preparation removes fear. The reason betrayal feels devastating is not the act itself. It's the surprise, the illusion collapsing. Now imagine this instead. You trust, but you verify. You collaborate, but you maintain independence. You build alliances, but you never become dependent on one pillar alone. If someone leaves, you remain stable. If someone turns, you're not exposed. Strategic anticipation does not mean paranoia. It means redundancy. The mentally untouchable person never gives away all leverage. They don't overshare critical plans. They don't make themselves emotionally or structurally dependent on a single outcome. Ask yourself, if someone you rely on withdrew tomorrow, would you collapse or adjust? Strength is not built on blind trust. It is built on intelligent preparation. When you expect human nature to fluctuate, betrayal loses its power to destabilize you. And what cannot destabilize you cannot control you. Rule number 4, speak less than you know. Silence is uncomfortable. That's why most people rush to fill it. They explain too much, reveal too much, defend too quickly. But Machiavelli understood something subtle. The one who speaks the least often controls the room. When you constantly reveal your thoughts, intentions, and emotions, you make yourself predictable. And predictability reduces power. People can calculate you, prepare for you, manipulate you. But when you speak with restraint, when your words are measured and intentional, something shifts. Silence creates tension. Tension creates attention. Attention creates influence. Think about it. Who appears stronger? The person arguing every point passionately, or the one who listens calmly, speaks briefly, and leaves others wondering what they truly think? Mystery generates authority. This doesn't mean being cold or distant. It means being selective. Every word you release should serve a purpose, not relieve anxiety. Over-explaining often signals insecurity. Constant talking signals a need for validation. The mentally untouchable person is comfortable with pauses. They allow others to reveal themselves first. They gather relevant information while giving little away. Ask yourself, do you speak to impress or do you speak to influence? Because the more you reveal unnecessarily, the more power you hand over. But when you master restraint, your presence becomes heavier. And what feels heavier in a room is rarely challenged. Rule number 5, master your inner kingdom. All strategy collapses without inner control. You can manage perception. You can detach from emotion. You can anticipate betrayal. You can speak with precision. But if your own mind is unstable, none of it lasts. Machiavelli believed that a ruler who could not govern himself could never govern others. Discipline was not optional. It was foundational. Your thoughts are your kingdom. If they are ruled by fear, you'll hesitate. If they are ruled by ego, you will overreach. If they are ruled by insecurity, you will seek approval instead of dominance. The mentally untouchable individual wins internally first. They observe their impulses without obeying them. They notice anger without acting on it. They feel doubt without surrendering to it. This is the final transformation. Instead of asking, how do I control others? You begin asking, how do I control myself under pressure? Because the truth is simple and uncomfortable. No one can truly manipulate you unless something inside you is ungoverned. Master your reactions. Master your focus. Master your discipline. When your inner world is ordered, external chaos loses its impact. And once your mind answers only to you, you're no longer reacting to the world. You're directing it. That is what makes you mentally untouchable. Most people spend their lives reacting to criticism, reacting to pressure, reacting to betrayal, reacting to perception. But you now understand something different. Mental strength isn't loud. It isn't emotional. It isn't impulsive. It is controlled. You control perception before it controls you. You detach emotion from decision. You anticipate betrayal instead of fearing it. You speak less than you know. And above all, you master your inner kingdom. That is the Machiavellian edge. Not cruelty, not manipulation, but discipline. Because the world tests everyone. It provokes, it pressures, it exposes weakness, and only those who govern themselves remain unshaken. So here's the final question. When the next challenge arrives, will you react like everyone else or respond like a strategist? If this video sharpened your thinking, subscribe and join a community that refuses to be controlled by circumstances. And before you leave, comment this below. I rule my mind, because the moment you truly do, nothing external can rule you again.